Okay, so here we have this question. At approximately which integer value of S does the graph in figure 2.1 have each of the following slopes? So here is figure 2.1 and our slopes are -2, -1, 1, 2, and 7. So a slope tells us how steep the graph is at some section of the graph. So we can see here that our graph is not constant. The slope of the graph is not constant, it keeps changing. So now we can see that we have some negative slopes and some positive slopes. Negative slopes will obviously be at the point of the graph where the point is slanting downwards, and that will include sections like this one, this slope, because you see it's going down, and then this slope here is going up. So this is a positive slope, and then when we come from up here down, this is a negative slope, and then this is another positive slope because we're going up, and then we start going down again, and this is a negative slope, and finally one more positive slope. So now we know we have two negative slopes over here and over here. So where x is 1, the slope is negative, right? And where x is 3, the slope is also negative. So how do we know which one has the more negative slope? Which one is decreasing faster? We can do that using a tangent line. So at the tangent line, we find a point here. This is where 1 is. This is where 1 crosses the graph. So we can take our arrow and make a line. This is the tangent line because it passes through one point only, and as we continue going down from here, it tells us the slope of 1, okay, when x is 1. So our slope for 1 is something like that. It's not very clear, but that is something like that. And then our slope for 3 is something like this. So as we can see, the slope for 1 is more slanted. It's more slanted. So because it's more slanted, that means it's decreasing faster. So it would probably have the slope of -2. And 3 would probably have the slope of -1 because it's the only other negative slope around, and it's decreasing less fast than 1. Okay, now we go on. We have 1, 2, and 7. So first we can look for the smallest positive slope, which is over here when x is 2. So the smallest positive slope we have is 1. So the slope here is going to be 1. So when x is 2, the slope is 1. And then, okay, so now we have to find when x is 0 and when x is 4. When x is 4, I would say it hits the graph around here. So the slope of that would go this way. And for when x is 0, the slope of the graph, x is 0 would be over here on this graph. So our slope would go this way. And that looks more steep than the other slope. So when x is 0, the graph is steeper than when x is 4. So the steepest slope we have here is 7. So when x is 0, it's probably 7 because x is 0 is the steepest slope, has the steepest slope. And so x is 4 would have the other slope of 2. Okay. That's basically all it is to this question.